Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfuckers.
What's going on, guys? James here, bringing another video, and this one will be doing my The Walking Dead weekly reaction review. So, this past episode was Season 9, Episode 10. And it was kind of a filler episode. We got to see the backstory of Alpha and Lydia, and that Alpha was kind of a bad person. We already kind of knew that if you're a comic reader. So yeah, let's jump right into this reaction review. So this, like I said, this episode is kind of a filler. If I didn't say that before, I'm going to say it now. It was kind of a filler. So yeah, it was like slow and not so, because in the flashbacks we got to see way at the very beginning of what Lydia and Alpha did during the apocalypse. Well, at the start of the apocalypse, and how, like I said, how Alpha became Alpha. She pretty much killed her husband and took Lydia under her own wing. So yeah. Also throughout this episode we learned a little bit more about Carol, even though Carol hasn't been in the last 2 episodes, because I did rewatch the other one before last week's episode before this one. And I now know for a fact that Rosita is pregnant, because she said that she slept around with the doctor said she slept around with Sadiq. Now she's with Gabriel, and that she just want to get with Eugene for some reason. So yeah, there's a lot to pack there. Like, why doesn't she want to get with Eugene? I mean, understandable why she doesn't want to, because they traveled together and he lied to her about being a scientist, and they went through all that way back in the first half, like the very beginning of The Walking Dead, like season 5. So yeah, other than that, like, Daryl investigated Lydia by having Henry be the person to talk to her, and now they're becoming friends. Like, I think they're gonna start dating friends, because in the comics it was Carl. I know that for a fact, that in the comics it was Carl that's in Henry's shoes, and he's the one that talks to Lydia, not Henry. And as far as like Alden and Luke go, I saw the trailer for the next week's episode, and it looks like there's going to be a fight between Alpha's group and like the Hilltop, at least for the first episode that we're going to see them fight in, because I know they're going to eventually fight Alexandria, leading into like the Whisperer War. But for now, they're going to fight. That's what the trailer led you to believe, that they're going to fight in the next episode. I don't believe anyone major is going to die again in the next episode, but they could change that because they're the Whisperers. And that's one of the reasons why I think they brought them in. Again, they lost a lot of main characters. Rick, Carl, now Jesus, and Michonne's leaving in season 10. But yeah, overall it was a pretty good episode. It was decent. Again, it was filler, so there was that. But like I said, I like the backstory building with Henry and Daryl. We got to know a little more about Daryl's backstory. I was saying earlier, like, when I was watching the episode, that we still don't really know much about Daryl's backstory as of season 9, compared to like all the other characters. Like, we know Carol, like, she was in an abusive relationship with her husband when we first saw her in the first season, and now look where she is. Like I said, I like that bit that Henry said to Daryl, that she found out why. That he found out why Carol had her hair short in the beginning of the series, and as to of now, because she was in that abusive relationship. And yeah, that really like put things in perspective of Carol's character, that like, you don't want to mess with her. Like, she learns quick, and apparently they set it up for Carol and Alpha to fight each other, because I was seeing this online, like some of the fans are thinking that Carol and Alpha might fight in one of the episodes, because if they take Henry, like some of the spoilers say that Henry's going to be taken once Lydia gets out. Like I think it was Carl that goes with Lydia to her group. Then Carol would definitely be the one to go after her, and then instead of maybe Daryl fighting Alpha, it would be Carol fighting Alpha. I might have that. If I have that wrong, please post down if you watch these. If I have that wrong. But yeah, again, this is a good episode. We got to see more of Magna and her group. I'm really liking them. Yeah, not much more to really say. Other than like next week, if there's a fight, it should be a good episode. And I still can't wait for that fair episode if it is supposed to be the Walking Dead's type of Red Wedding episode that everybody's hyping it up to be like the fan community is. I'm pretty much gonna end this video here because, like I said, there's not really much else to say about it other than that it was a filler episode leading up to the next episode, which I think is gonna be a fight. So, if I come up with anything else during the week, like if I think of something else about to say, I'll make a video about it. Other than that, check out my podcast. This will be Monday that this is up, so check out my podcast that I did with Dan Nils on Sunday night, Saturday/Sunday night. It's about an hour long, so if y'all got nothing to do, check out my podcast. I'm starting a podcast now. I'm in the middle of trying to find somebody else for looking for the next episode of that podcast. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to end it there. So this is James saying, if you like what you've been saying, please like and subscribe for more. This is James saying, peace. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm going to let Brandon Rogers take it from here.
All right, I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.